Terrell here. We're back. Big Gold Belt Media with a brand new review. This time for The Flash, episode 6, Impulsive Excessive Disorder. This was a bit of a tongue twister there for this episode. So we're back after the 5-part special on The Flash Armageddon. This time we have an episode that is focusing on the brother and sister, the kids of the Flash and Iris. And this time they are going back after going back from seeing their parents get married a second time, second, third time. Who remembers at this point? And these events that get so tied up. So after everything, they go back to their timeline back in 2046, 2049, and they are trying to make sure that they did not mess with anything that had to do with the timeline after going back in time. And stopping the Godspeed War that happened in the previous. So pretty much this episode deals with, them doing the same thing that, their dad had to deal with, fixing the timeline, not being careful about, interacting with past self, family selves, and, just making sure that you correct any mistakes. Now, Barry's daughter, she is a little bit more careful about what she needs to do to make sure that nothing bad happens, or the precise stuff that she needs to do to not mess anything up. You know what I mean? Like there's a little bit more of a science to it now that a couple of time travelers have made some mistakes. So pretty much when they come back, Jay had died in the previous. When they come back, he's back. And he's also married again. So a lot of things they realized, like, look, something did change, because when they got back, a temporal wave hit them and they knew they messed something up. So, this is pretty much like, this is like a filler episode. To me, the CW shows always have like that filler in between, like the big story or setting up between the story. It's like a setup towards what they're going to do later in the season, because this is only episode 6. So, like I said, so pretty much this episode deals with them trying to fix the mistake of what they dealt with in the timeline, as Impulse and Excess are trying to, fix everything that they need to fix before something big happens. Now, a lot of big things they go over that you kind of glimpse if you miss it. Booster Gold. Now, you guys have probably heard about this, been talked about. Donald Faison is shown in this episode as playing Booster Gold. So we get a black Booster Gold, and maybe we'll get what's the name of his robot? We're gonna get his robot friend in here. I cannot think of the name at the moment, but we're gonna get Booster Gold. This is gonna be the setup to this. Now, my question is, like, how much more, I don't know how many more seasons of The Flash we got left, or what's next. How many more characters we're gonna be able to establish. Is another character's gonna get a setup, a spinoff? Because introducing Donald Faison, this doesn't seem like a small drop. He's a pretty big actor. When it comes to television, so he's been around a while. So I doubt they're just gonna throw him into this for a little quick cameo and then he goes away. But like I said, the twins have to fix their mistakes, and they go back in time and they realize that they have to stop Joe from getting shot and back in the past. So they have to go back in the past, stop Joe from getting the shot. And of course, Bart decides to move Joe out the way instead of the bullet, which ricochets and creates another temporal issue in time, right? It's always something when it comes to time travel in The Flash, man. It's never just one big thing. Another big thing in this episode, Eddie comes back. Eddie Thawne seems like he's making a lot of frequent appearances in the show lately. I really feel like they wish they hadn't killed this character off, after that first season, even though him killing himself pretty much led to them taking Thawne out of the timeline, which was pointless because he keeps coming back. So I don't even know why they even made that mistake. But it seems like the actor really wants to come back, and the only way for them to really do that is to really focus in on the past episodes. Because it's like, a lot like Doctor Who and any show that deals with time travel, you got to follow the rules that you establish in your own show when it comes to time travel. You can't just, you can, as comics, you can't just do whatever you want. But, for the audience to follow along and then to be consequence, you do have to establish rules to time travel. And unfortunately, like I said, I wish, Thawne could come back. Unfortunately, he killed himself. He lost a girl. Barry married his sister. I'm sorry, his wife. And and now, we wherever we're at now. And like I said, that actor was his name, Rick Cosnay. He's coming back. So like I said, the brother and sister, they realize that, after that, they now have to try to stop the heist, which the Royal Flush Gang is in this episode, which is really cool. Like I said, the first time we really got the Royal Flush Gang was like Batman Beyond, and then after that, like they've been frequently used. They were like a Justice League and everything like that, but definitely they're more like Batman villains. But we got them in this show, not as fully fleshed out as I would like, because like the Royal Flush Gang, they weren't really metas, but this kind of like the twistness. But they pretty much have to let the heist happen. They can't stop the heist because that is a part of the timeline. It's a fixed point in time. It has to happen. They don't want to interrupt anything or push anything off course that's not supposed to be there. But I said, this also really shows, like, after 8 years of the show, they really got the super speed down pack and really showing what speedsters, can do in the show. Like I said, I mean, definitely, spreading that budget, the TV show budget, we still were able to get a good product here. Hopefully, when that movie comes out, we can see what we can get on a millions of dollar budget. You know what I mean? Like $100 million, $200 million budget. But Impulse and Excess are able to stop the heist, stop the bombs from going off. They are able to restore whatever version of this timeline they think they're restoring, and keep it as is. Like I said, you really don't get too much Barry in this episode at all, other than like them trying to show that everybody is like 8 years older than what they were, when they filmed this in 2012, 2013. So like you're trying to play your past self. It's kind of weird when you're not using like, makeup or like any of the tech that they would normally do, like in a movie or a bigger show. So like they really, I said, try to play your past self is weird here. But like I said, we don't really get any Flash in the episode at all. This is solely focused on them, which is weird because, like I said, after Armageddon, you think, okay, you get more Flash, but I guess they're gonna get Barry a break this week, and then let the twins, the Excess and Impulse do what they need to do. I would like to get more episodes of just like that future, like, definitely their future, because like I said, the show was so primarily focused in on our current timeline. I would like to see more of their future and like what's going on, because like I said, or just have like a kind of back and forth, since they are main characters in the show. I would like to see more of them and like what the other Flash, the rest of the Flash family can do. Like I said, it just definitely felt like a filler episode to me. Like I said, it really had nothing to do with what was going on, other than a setup that whatever they did to stop the stop the war, whatever that was going on with Godspeed, that pretty much had consequences. They pretty much anything time travel wise, like that you interfere. And I don't know why they keep doing it, but if they didn't, it wouldn't be a show. They keep going back in time to interfere with past events, and now we are where we are. So I guess this is the setup to see, whatever villain they're setting up or whatever they have going forward, to the consequences of them interacting with the timeline once again. Man, I and then if you guys have been watching The Flash, the suit is just on point. Everybody, I feel like the costume department is just had it, they got it. They're in their bag on this one. They know exactly what to do. Everybody looks great. It feels like they never left. The show's been gone for a while. Comes back March 9th for the new episode. But like I said, I know if you've been waiting for a new episode, it's cool. It's fun. It's a fun episode. You get to see more of Bart and his sister go out and do their thing as speedsters and try not to interact with the timeline, but of course mess the timeline up by not trying to interact. Like I said, it was a good episode. I can't wait to see what the rest of the season does and what they're setting up going forward. Hopefully we can get 2 more seasons out of The Flash, depending on what everybody wants to do. But like I said, I can't wait to the next episode. Again, this is going to be on March 9th on the CW at 8 o'clock. And like I said, it's brand new episode 6. If you guys are still watching The Flash, I highly recommend it. Everybody's back, and get ready for a new season. Again, this is Terrell, Big Gold Belt, and we're hitting you with this brand new review. Make sure you check it out. Leave comments what you think about the episode after you watch this. See you guys later.